At this time, we'll have David Lonstein with the valedictory address.
This is great. I'm good. Welcome, everyone. Since I was announced as valedictorian for the class of 2014, I've been given advice, suggestions, and requests, some solicited, some not, on what to include in this speech. I've been told to keep it serious, because I have a tendency to make too many jokes. I've been told to make it funny, since apparently I'm good at that. I've been told to make it long, I've been told to make it short. To talk about community, and to talk about past experiences, my classmates, my teachers, and my family. While I appreciate and respect all the advice I've been given, and in someone else's speech those ideas might have been appropriate or even extraordinary, I decided that I would follow my own path, which has always been the way I've lived my life. By the way, thank you, Mom and Dad, for forcing me out of my comfort zone and teaching me by words and example that through honesty, accountability, and hard work, how to strive for and achieve success. You're the best. I believe that the ceremony of graduation is to mark a milestone in our journey as we enter the realm of adulthood and responsibilities. So in order to not be a hypocrite, I asked myself, how could I take responsibility for what I write if the ideas are not my own? So here I am in front of all of you saying what I believe that we, as a graduating class of 2014, need to always remember. Be responsible for your own actions. We have been fortunate to have grown up in a community that still has small town values, and as a result, we have had numerous safety nets to catch us when we have made mistakes. We can only hope and pray that all of us have learned from the mistakes we have made in the past 18 years and have taken advantage of the opportunities given to us by our parents and educators. We have been fortunate to be given second chances when we messed up. From this point forward, we will need to learn to exist without our safety nets. Benjamin Disraeli once said, "Never complain and never explain." I believe this means that a person should never complain and moan about his or her circumstances, nor should one make excuses for what has occurred. We are Generation Z. The generations that come before us have attempted to characterize us as entitled and spoiled and shallow. Although that may exemplify the reality stars we watch on television, I do not believe that characterizes the Ellenville class of 2014. As we embark on our individual paths and embrace our future, whining, complaining, and making excuses will guarantee our failure as a generation. In order to break the mold and strive for success and actually make a difference in the world we inherited, we'll have to deal with what goes wrong, and if we're determined enough, accept responsibility for it, fix it, and improve ourselves and the world around us. We were born into the most economically depressed time of our nation since the Great Depression. Our first week of kindergarten was marked by the darkest day in our nation's history, 9/11. I can still remember going to lockdown in Mrs. Conacher's kindergarten class and my 5-year-old self not realizing that this was an international incident or recognizing the ramifications to the world as we knew it from that day forward. With the advent of technology and the instantaneous posting and tweeting of news and media, our generation has been witness to more terrorist attacks and international tragedies and incidents than any generation before us. We never had the luxury of being blissfully ignorant of what was occurring in Europe or the Middle East until the Associated Press picked up the story. We had front row seats to it all, including propaganda and sensationalism of events. And to top it off, we are the ones to inherit this climate of fear and perpetual world crisis. Former President Bill Clinton once said, "We know we have to face hard truths and take strong steps, but we have not done so. Instead, we have drifted, and that drifting has eroded our resources, fractured our economy, and shaken our confidence." I agree with President Clinton. The actions of our nation's leader have reduced the superpower our country once was to one that has made concession after concession, negotiating with terrorists and losing credibility and respect that was earned by the generations before us, whose sons and daughters were sacrificed in our nation's battles for freedom against oppression. So I ask my fellow classmates, who better to fix the world than those who are inheriting it from those who have fractured it? Who better to take a stand against terrorism than those who have been affected by it in our everyday existence? Who better save the eroding ecosystem in our environment than those who will suffer the consequences if we sit back and do nothing? We have choices. We can be that spoiled and shallow Generation Z that the bloggers attempt to classify us as, or we can be the generation that changes the world and achieves greatness. Changing the world as we know it is not a responsibility we wanted or asked for, but is the one we have inherited. The author of Don Quixote, Miguel de Cervantes Saavedra, is quoted as saying, "Thou hast seen nothing yet." This quote describes us as a class because we have not reached our greatest achievements yet. There's still so much more for us to do. I challenge all of you to remember high school fondly, but look forward and embrace your future and your potentials and use the tools we have been given to achieve our goals. I hope we all have the opportunity to see past our personal needs and wants and use our abilities to change the world. Today is the first day every single one of you has the opportunity and choice to go out to fix the world in your own way. That doesn't mean we have to become the world leaders or politicians, but we have a responsibility to consider the ramifications of our actions. As the class of 2014 graduates high school, I implore you to face the world with our eyes wide open and hopefully make it a better and safer place for those who will come after us. Thank you.